was early. There was in a band once with a Polish sound engineer and a Czech one too. Never mind.
Check.
Yes, indeed. Come on then. Here's Glenn John.
Make it good.
Oh, you're guaranteed this will be quite good. I did a little poll in the week on my Facebook page where I actually gave them a choice of doing Coronation Street characters, classic Coronation Street characters, Star Wars characters, and Catch the Pigeon. Do you remember the cartoon Catch the Pigeon? Yeah?
Yep.
Well, what actually won it was Coronation Street classic characters. So I'll be doing them in a minute, but first of all, a few jokes for you. I used to go out with a girl who was a real stunner. She carried a taser.
Sorry, it's a dad joke.
Yes, there's plenty of dad jokes here, you'll enjoy this. Yes, I used to call her Spanner Face because every time I saw her, my nuts tightened.
No.
I found your level of humour tonight, have I?
Yes,
So, of course, could have been worse. I mean, when I was younger, I had a tough time growing up as it was, because when I was born, the midwife slapped my mother across the face. And when I was being christened, my dad said to the vicar, "Are you supposed to hold him under the water that long?" And when I was at school, I was the teacher's pet. She kept me in a cage. She says to me, "Glenn, it's been 2 weeks since you last brought me some raisins. You normally give me a bag of raisins. What's happened?" I said, "Sorry, miss, a rabbit died." So there you go, a few of the old classic jokes there.
Sorry, I get it.
I mean, when I was at school, I must have been the only person that had an agoraphobic skinhead who was a school bully, because he says, "Oi you!" He says, "Oi you, your geography." I said, "Do you mean our history?" He said, "Don't change the subject." So, now on to the Coronation Street characters, for those of you who remember back to we're talking about late 80s, early 90s here. So we've got, do you remember the Randy pensioner called Phyllis Pierce? She used to go after Percy Sugden. Well, I'm going to do an impression of them, which you'll enjoy, because she had obviously had the hots for Percy. They're both pensioners, so, "Oh, Percy. Oh, Percy. Oh, the man of my dreams, Percy. Oh, give her the woman. You should be taken to the doctors and be fixed like they do with dogs." So that, that's how he always put it down. And also there's Jack and Vera, and I can imagine it. Here's Vera first, and then I'll do Jack. Mavis, the only birds I want my Jack to be messing about with are those in his pigeon loft. Oh, give over, Vera, my little swamp duck. Oh, what do you think, Mavis? I don't really know, Vera. I mean, I have a bit of trouble with Derek as it is. I mean, Derek's having a bit of trouble. Oh, well, I'm going to that. We'll be here all night. Oh, yes, we certainly will be, Vera. Oh, let's go home now. I mean, of course, there was Deirdre, the Weatherfield one, wasn't there? You know, when Mike Baldwin had a bit of problem with Tracy, she went over to him and said, "Mike Baldwin, you leave old Tracy alone." But when she was jailed, it was, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." So there you go. And of course, do you remember Fred Elliott? Fred Elliott was a classic one. I say Ashley. You know, everybody says I sound like Falcon Leghorn. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you sound like yes, because you keep repeating the last bit of the sentences. I do not, Ashley, I say I do not. So there you go, that's a bit of our own there. So that's a few of the Coronation Street characters that I do. And of course, I do lots of characters. I'm still easily 100 characters at least. I mean, I actually met the late John Challis, who played Boise from Only Fools and Horses. And I did my Boise impression, which he absolutely enjoyed. And then the year after, he was there again at the convention, and he had his on-screen wife there, Sue Holderness, who plays Marlene. So as I was telling her about it, and they were sat next to each other, he overheard me telling her about it, and he said, "Oh yes, he does the best Boise impression." So tonight, in memory of the late John Challis, I'm going to do Boise. Oh, Marlene, you daft tart. So there you go, that's, I hope you liked that. And of course, the late Vanilla Fielding, she got me to speak to her in the voice of Kenneth Williams. And until then, I never did a voice, I never had a conversation in somebody else's voice. So that was quite interesting. So I talked about the convention with her. I can't remember exactly now what I said, but I started off with, Rachel, what do we have here now? Oh, it's nice to be at the market vaults here. I see we've got a wonderful audience, wonderful. And as Bruce Forsyth used to say, it's nice to see you. Nice. You're so much better than last week's audience, because last week we had no audience because the open mic was cancelled. So that's why you have a better audience this week. So there we have it. That's about that. And is there anybody else that would like me to do an impression of anybody? Cartoon characters, perhaps?
More jokes.
Who? Sorry?
More jokes.
Kenny Everett.
Kenny Everett. Well, he used to talk a bit like this, didn't he? And, welcome to the Kenny Everett Show. So that's quite good then. A lot of people like Family Guy. Does anybody here watch Family Guy?
No, never heard of it.
Yeah, I do.
You do? Just the one person. Well, which character would you like me to do? Because I do most of the characters.
I've never heard of it, but Stewie.
Stewie, right, funny enough, a lot of people ask for Stewie, so
I've got a better laugh.
isn't it funny how everybody loves Raymond and everybody loves Stewie, but everybody hates Chris. And I don't mean Chris Griffin, I'm on about the TV show titles. Anyway, so here we go. Stewie Griffin. And of course, I'll throw in Brian for this one because
Brian, obviously.
Brian's a dog, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Brian, how's your latest book going? How's it getting along? It's going on okay. Sorry, why do you ask? Well, have you passed your first paragraph yet? First sentence yet? First word? Well, I've just started it. Oh, so you're on your first letter. So how's a bit of Cool Whip? Somewhat. Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip, yeah. Why do you say it like that? Cool Whip. Say cool. Cool. Now say whip. Whip. Now say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Somebody was ahead of the game there, but obviously you've seen the same episode. So, yeah, it's incredible. It's been going, 23 seasons.
Do Lois.
Lois? You want me to go on there? Lois? Lois? Oh, Peter. Yeah, Peter Griffin here. Yeah. Do you want grinds my gears? Joe Biden. Yeah. I mean, he's such as like Porky Pig. That's all, folks. So there you go. Does everybody like Quagmire?
That was Quagmire, wasn't it?
No. Quagmire is this one.
Quagmire is
Giggity. It's Quagmire. I mean, look over there. She's just begging for it, man. Just begging for it, aren't you? Yes. And just, do you know what speaks French? What, it's got 12 inches and speaks French? Moi. So there you go. You got that. Well, if he has got 12 inches, he's putting his foot in it, isn't he?
Oh dear.
Yes. And I tell you what, in Ireland, when Charles became king, the kids were referring to him as Charles III, because he is King Charles III, isn't he? So, how they pronounce it, King Charles III. So, yeah, so, question is he a third? I don't know. Let's see how well polished he can be. I mean, they say you can't polish a turd. So Richard III, it was one of the jokes that happened there, where in his history lessons in there, they were saying, in Ireland, the teacher says, so class, what did you enjoy best about history this term? And little Paddy puts his hand up, he says, dick the shit. And she said, you are sorry, dick the shit. And little Seamus, bless him, puts his hand up, he says, I think what Paddy means is, Richard the turd.
Dick the shit.
Yeah.
I got it.
So I thought you'd like that one. And I'll be back again next week, so until then, in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
There you go.
I normally have trouble putting it out, I'm having trouble putting it in today.
You're going to your birthday.
Oh dear. Thank you very much.
Why are you going to be trying it?